As you can see here, my decadence is 100. This is an example of what having high decadence does to someone. As you can see, all the other negative modifiers that I have are accruing and have accrued significantly. Of course, this is cheese, where I ruined myself purposely to see how bad it was, and here are the disasters you get. Internal power struggle, internal conflicts, and the janissary independence, all of which are extremely annoying to deal with, and are some of the worst disasters you can possibly have in the game. This one is much more manageable, but the internal power struggle, now that is one of the hardest things to deal with. But here we can try to fix it. So basically, as you can see, all the negative modifiers I'm having are the twilight of the Ottomans, which you get around the Age of Absolutism era, the janissary land ownership. So the more land they own, the worse it is for you. Being in peace generally was bad for you at all times by 0.10%. Negative stab, if you have -3, the most you can have, -0.45, which is really insane. Average autonomy, this is basically how autonomous your lands are, which you can easily fix. Corruption, obviously you can really fix too, and average liberty desire you can fix if you know what you're doing with your ALIT system. And obviously, as you can see, the manpower, recovery speed, tech cost, fort defense, all of this extremely weakens you. And if you have this, you're practically going to be out of the game in terms of multiplayer status. Now, the question is, how do we fix this, right? This is how we fix it. As you can see here, in the Age of Absolutism, we're actually in the Age of Revolutions, but this is for the Age of Absolutism mechanic, which is absolutism right here. The higher you have, the better it is. And simply put, it is a must-have if you play the Ottomans and you do not want decadence. As you can see, I get a whole half point from having a full absolutism, which is 100, by the way. That paired with positive stability, make sure that you have a 0.75 negative modifier towards the decadence. There, even with the stagnation of the Ottomans, which is 1/4 of a point, which is big, and even with that, it doesn't matter because you are able to take it away. And obviously, being at war gives you the -0.10. So basically, at all times, as long as you have 100 absolutism, you will always have a good moment without receiving all the negative modifiers with decadence. And this also pairs well with subject mechanics and whatnot. So in order to even get that much high absolutism, you have to do it through here by removing all these estate privileges that you don't need anymore. As you can see, the max absolutism changes for each one you pick, some more than others, -10, -5, and all that jazz. And basically, by removing this, you were able to receive more max absolutism, while also by having a high amount of crown lands, which gives you max absolutism by 15%. This is pretty much the highest you're going to get in a realistic campaign. So this is basically the best it's going to get. Another amazing way to do it is through great projects. As you can see here, in the Hormuz area, Oman, the EU4 gives you a max absolutism by 10. That means I can have 2 other privileges if I wanted to, and still keep them, and without having to suffer less absolutism than I want to have at max, which is 100. So realistically, it is really easy to make sure you do not get in decadence at all, as long as you have high absolutism. Make sure you always have +3 stab, and make sure your autonomy for all areas are low, aka through getting admin ideas and always decreasing it. So you can see right here, admin ideas monthly autonomy change is really good. Getting the strong duchies is also a really good one if you want to make sure all your vassals are -10% liberty desire. And by doing that, that's it. That's all you need to worry about. You're done. It's that simple, and boom, that's it.